What if I told you there's one skill, one main skill that if mastered, virtually guarantees your first $1 million? And there's 3 other skills that when they're stacked with this major skill, the game is over. Financial freedom is yours. It's a guarantee. I'm Joseph, and I've studied for countless hours the lives of many people who've made millions of dollars every year. And I've become acquainted with a lot of these, and I've actually become really good friends with some of them. And as a result, I've made this channel to help direct people like yourself to become like them. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that anyone can be wealthy in America. I mean, anyone. I mean, if you're the most dirt poor, homeless person on the street, you can still become a millionaire. And if you're wondering how, I'm going to cover that in this video. But pay attention, because I'm not going to just cover one skill, but I'm going to cover all 4. And they all tie together, so make sure you listen till the end. So I'll get straight into it, and I'll cover the main skill at the very end, but you have to understand these other 3 first, because they lead right into the main one. So the first skill that you need is public speaking and communication. And before you say, oh no, I can't do that, let me tell you, I used to be terrified. I couldn't talk in front of more than 5 people without breaking into a sweat. And I've spoken to audiences of hundreds upon hundreds of people, including top managers of multiple large companies. So how was I able to go from being terrified to becoming a great speaker? Well, because public speaking is a skill. It's not an identity. You weren't born to be or not to be a public speaker. It can be learned. And in a time where voices are being muted, your voice matters more than ever because you have a story to tell. And that story can influence hundreds, if not thousands of other people. When you master communication, you can sell your ideas, inspire action, and build influence. And influence, that's money in the bank. Now that leads to the next skill that you need to be able to learn, and that is networking and relationship building. You see, networking isn't just handing out business cards or spamming people on LinkedIn. It's about building real, lasting relationships. And those are the rock, the foundation of everything you do. And it's something you can control. Even if you can't control other things in your life, this is one thing you can control. And to prove it, I want you to set a goal. At the next event that you attend, or out of the next many people that you come across, whether in person or online, meet one person of character on an individual level. Just one, and make sure it's someone you'll be in touch with a year from now. It doesn't have to be someone that you absolutely agree with on everything, just someone with whom you can talk and learn from. That's how you build a powerful network. And you know what? It'll take almost no time at all before that person's asking you questions and learning from you. And don't look at this relationship as a transaction like, can they buy from me at this moment? Or can I get something from them at this moment? Instead, look at it as, can we work together with common goals? Now, if you want to know a great hack to establishing this kind of relationship, here it is. You want to host a dinner with about 5 people that really don't know each other. And if some of them do know each other, it's maybe 1 or 2. Now, when you host this event, it can be at your home, or it can be like at a restaurant in maybe a private room, so people can actually hear themselves talk. Try to pick the tab up. It's actually a great investment if you can afford it. Now, at the beginning, everyone's going to be chit-chatting, maybe making some small talk, and that's great. And after a while, you can actually make an announcement that everyone should introduce themselves. And as they do, you'll find that everyone else will resonate with those people as they talk about their lives. And then as a theme, you can kind of ask the general question, what is it that people are struggling with? Whether it's financial or whether it's in their families or whatever, what is it that people are dealing with in their everyday lives that are there at the table? What are the things that are holding them back from their goals? Try to have everybody connect on a very deep level. This is one of the greatest hacks of relationship building. And if you own your own business and you're not doing this thing, then you're really missing out, because these are $1 million moves that people are making every day and closing sweet deals. Now, the first and second skills have a lot to do with being extroverted, but even introverts can do this stuff. I mean, think about it. Would you rather be an introvert, or would you rather be an introvert that sometimes breaks out of a shell and makes money? It's up to you. Because we are who we believe and say we are. We aren't some label that society throws on us. We can choose who we are. And that leads me to the third skill, which is sales and persuasion. And really, if anything in this video has led you to question or challenge anything that you thought in the past, well, that's persuasion. Everything in life is sales, whether you're pitching investors, negotiating a salary, or convincing your kids to eat their stinking vegetables. It's all persuasion. Sales is not about being pushy, it's about understanding problems and presenting solutions. And if you feel like you can't, let me help you. There's a book called Navigate 2.0, and I'm going to leave a link for it in the description below. It's not an affiliate link, but I really feel like you should read it to help you change your viewpoint of sales. It'll shift your entire paradigm of how to market, and that'll change the way that you sell. And finally, to the main skill. And this one is a really big $1 million skill that you need to have. But before I get to it, guys, I have one favor to ask you, and that is, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit that button below and subscribe. And if you don't like this content after a few days, that's okay. You can simply unsubscribe, because when you subscribe to this channel and when you like these videos, we're just trying to help people to gain skills that will launch them into that millionaire status. I have a lot more topics I want to cover in depth in later videos, and to get those out, you subscribing will help get those videos out to people. So please subscribe if you haven't yet, so that this video and others can get traction and get in the hands of other people who are looking for financial freedom. So with that being said, let's dive into this last and main skill that is really the $1 million skill of all of them. And that is content creation and storytelling. And really, if you learn this skill, you will never have to worry about money or going broke again. I cannot tell you how many people are learning this skill today and applying it and gaining so much wealth from it. And to demonstrate this point, I'm going to show you a few. So take Mark Rober, for example. And I don't know if you've heard of him, but he used to be an engineer at NASA, and now he has a channel with almost 64 million subscribers and over 4 billion views in the last year. So why does he have such a following? What does he do different? Why is every video he puts out an instant hit? Well, it all starts with a killer video idea that meets two criteria. First, it creates an emotional response such as joy, anger, awe, or fear that the audience has never seen before. And secondly, it has a big payoff, something that satisfies the audience in the end. After the idea, he hits off each video with an epic thumbnail that drives curiosity like, why is that ball possible to hit? Or can you blow your own sail? Or which liquid wins? And just like an itch, the audience can't refuse giving it attention. Then he proceeds to do a phenomenal job at storytelling. Let's dive into what this looks like. For the first few seconds of each video, Mark establishes a plot in this video by doing two things. He sets up a promise and then he sets up a payoff. He begins a story cycle. First, he sets up the narrative with an intro, with a plot promise, with background context, and he personifies anything he can to help the audience feel emotionally attached to someone or something in the video. And then, using that emotional attachment, he then creates a purpose promise that goes deeper than the original video's apparent intent. And both the plot promise and the purpose promise link to the payoff at the end. It leads out with high energy, quick pacing, and big promises, while the payoff delivers a satisfying dopamine hit by fulfilling those promises, giving viewers a sense of closure. Now, how does it keep his viewers engaged during the story itself? This is where tension comes in. And he uses inner story cycles to build tension, and each story cycle consists of a setup, a tension, and a payoff. This is not, however, unique to Mark Rober. Let's look at other creators like Eamon Gotzi, who literally just filmed himself ever since he was 16 years old on his path to financial success. And his viewers got to fully enjoy the journey along the way, seeing his struggles and his successes. There's a whole list of great storytellers on YouTube, like of course Mr. Beast, Nisha, Gabe Bult, and Ali Gabdal. Even seemingly stale YouTubers like Sarah Finance actually have a story that everyone is interested in because they want to be like her. It's that curiosity, that tension, that question that the audience is just trying to itch. So if you master the skill of content creation and storytelling, you will never worry about being broke again. Why? Well, because content is scalable. Because this content, especially on YouTube, reaches thousands of people across the globe. You don't need any fancy equipment, you just need to start. And the key is consistency, value, and authenticity. The more you create, the better you get. So again, learn communication, build real relationships, learn how to sell, and then ultimately create stories and content. If you stack all four of these skills together, you will have financial freedom for the rest of your life. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So if this video gave you any value at all, please hit that subscribe button, guys, and comment below which skill you're going to focus on first. And if you're serious about gaining wealth, here's a video right here that you can click on about 7 hacks to building wealth. And guys, I'm dropping knowledge like this every week. So let's make 2025 the year that you become a millionaire.